Hey everyone. It's been a couple days since I did a vlog, but it's been a couple crazy days. First off, I just want to say I'm set. You see that? I switched to the powder, the dip powder, because it's supposed to help with your nails being strong and to not be as bad as putting on the tips, do the acrylic and stuff like that, and I broke mine today. Showing that I shouldn't be trying to do laundry. Shh, don't tell anybody. Let's see, so far, my cat's coming in. My cat's coming in right now. Yes. Hey, Madre. Could you close the door because Colin decided to open it to make his presence known? My cat can open the door, and he does not like it when it's closed and he's not in here with me. He is my protector. I put my arm up like this so y'all can't see my mom when she does it. So she will not be on. Can't see her. The magic of a camera. Okay. So, what has happened this week? We've had the echo on Monday. Then we had chemo class yesterday. And once again, I got a call from my therapist saying, hey, where are you at? And I was like, I wrote down that my therapy was supposed to be tomorrow. I was wrong. I wrote down the wrong day. It was supposed to be yesterday, so we were scheduling that to Monday, next Monday at noon. But chemo starts tomorrow. So I thought, what better time to come on and talk than the day before everything changes. You know, it's like my life is going to be completely different starting tomorrow. So, what you get in chemo class is I've got some lovely brochures about wigs. Ooh, wigs. I can get a cool cap where it can help try to save your hair. I'm not going to hold on. You know, I had to shave it last year because it was falling out, so it's not something that I'm not used to. I am quite irritated it's going to fall out again because it has, you know, made a lot of progression in the last couple of months. Cullen, don't you dare knock over. Don't you dare knock it over. Y'all want to see him? Y'all want to see my Mr. Mans? He's trying to get in the video. So I am quite irritated that that's going to fall out after I've spent, like, what, just July, 7 months growing it back out. But we're going to try some different wigs. I might be a blonde. I might be a brunette. You don't ever know. He's such a ham. I got some new shirts thanks to Leslie. You can't read all of it. This one says, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. Hashtag my life fight. I love it. I love that song. I've thought about making it my ringtone right now because it speaks to me. And then she also brought me this one. Love it. Love, love, love it. Her and Mitzi have been so sweet. There's going to be a lot of fundraisers, a lot of events coming up. I know a lot of y'all know about the one on the 12th with the Pearl Party with Tanya. They have one in the mix for September 2nd and some other goodies. I was allowed to come to the meeting, but I wasn't allowed to say anything. The only thing I was allowed to say is thank you, because I'm very big on saying, you don't have to do that. But that's just me. So when you go to your cancer class, or chemo class, you get another little lovely binder. I did not pick this one out, but this was given to me because that's not a very happy color, is it? It comes from Texas Oncology. Has, you know, pamphlet on cancer, on the cold caps if you're really trying to hold on to your hair. It's got an appointment calendar in here where you can write down your appointments, which, you know, I have my daily planner for all that. I mean, it's not working very well because I'm not writing down the right times, but whatevs. It actually has, like, the pictures and information of my doctors, which, funny enough, we already have in the one that we did ourselves, our own little book. It talks about your diagnosis with coping with cancer, radiation, research and clinical trials, surgery, Then it goes into my resources, so it gives you a lot of information on understanding your medical treatments, some general information and advocacy. I can never say that word right. When to call, Texas Oncology, when to call the ER. You know, putting your last, you know, wills and advanced directives into place because, you know, death is real and it can happen. Just expect, you know, information regarding your low blood count, mouth care, the fact that my tastes are going to change, nausea and vomiting, lack of appetite, constipation. Oh yeah, we're going there. Skin, hair loss, sexuality and self-esteem, diarrhea, all that information. Things that you can do to help, to call, infusion room guidelines. It has a medical power of attorney information in here, so you have all that right there. You can go ahead and put that information in. It does have a DNR information that I can fill out. Frequently asked questions. And then we also got a breakdown of the medicines I'm going to be on. So first, tomorrow's going to take about 4 to 5 hours. Because what they're going to do, excuse me, is first they're going to go in and they're going to do an infusion of Herceptin. Herceptin is the one that goes and it's going to attack the cells that are creating the estrogen that's helping this, you know, metastasize to other areas and helping the tumor get big. So Herceptin is one big one, and the other one that I also have an infusion of is Perjeta. Okay, and it does the same thing. It's the same situation. So it's bad to have HER2 estrogen positive cancer because it does multiply very quickly. It can spread very quickly. But the good thing about it is that they have chemos, these two, that actually go directly towards my type of cancer during this. Now, these can only be given while you're doing chemo. So they also gave us the chemo drugs that they're going to be giving. One is Docetaxel. We got all this information. I haven't read any of this yet. I kind of like overload. I don't even want to look at the binder yesterday. I kind of looked at the wig stuff because that's kind of like, oh, it's fun. You know, I could have a mohawk or like an 80s fro or some fair wings. You know, throw that in there. And then the next one is carboplatin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Those are the two actual chemos that are going to be going in. So it's going to take 4 to 5 hours. And then I'm also going to have a visit with my doctor and then have labs taken because they're constantly wanting to have labs taken, making sure all of my counts are where they need to be, and if they're not, what we need to do. So that is the chemo binder we got yesterday. We also got to see the area. It's kind of creepy to me. You know, I'm used to my infusion place for my Crohn's. It's not, you know, private rooms. It's 3 recliner chairs, and, you know, they give you iPads, and you sit there with your infusion, and they have snacks and stuff like that. But since it's 3 chairs, you know, and you have a lot more space, it doesn't feel so clinical or that you're imposing on somebody else. Now, at the Texas Oncology on Irving, they kind of have them set together. It's like rows of 5. They showed us in the first, you know, 2 rows were filled, and it was just people like knocked out, or I think it's the elderly people that freak me out the most. I'm not trying to be an ageism, but it's kind of like I don't want to see that. Like, is that my future? I don't want to. No. Can you sit me in the back? Jada did say she saw some with partitions that I would like to have. Because right now, with this being very new, I'm not wanting to make chemo friends, if that makes any sense. I'm just trying to get through this. I'm not one to talk. I get very silent when I'm going through something very personal. And I get irrationally irritated when somebody's talking to me that I don't know. That's more of my anxiety. So I'm hoping I can get one with a partition and just be me and my mom. My mom's coming with me tomorrow, and Jada, and then they're going to take turns, and then lovely Leslie's going to be bringing some dinner for the kids on Thursday, and Jada's taking off so she can take care of me, and Teresa is going to be helping as well, kind of doing shifts of taking care of me and taking care of the kids, because we do have 3 children. I have my 2 stepchildren, 17 and 19, and then I have my biological daughter who's 12. Oh my gosh, so they have been hiding this from me because my whole family has gotten the Fight with Red shirts. They're the pink ones. Say Fight with Red, and then they have the breast cancer ribbon, but at the bottom of it has boxing gloves. And on the back, like mine says My Life Fight, Jada says Fighting for My Wife. And they wouldn't show me. I knew Bailey's was going to say Fighting for My Mommy because she didn't want to say Mom because that's not what she calls me. She wanted to be fighting with my mommy. So I knew what hers were going to say, but Sheena and Williams, they were keeping it a secret from me. And I finally got to see them yesterday, and it was Fighting for My Stepmom. And that meant a lot to me because I love those babies just like they're my own. And, they're acting out. They're going through this too. And, there's not a part of my day in the last 2.5 years that I haven't been with them or loved them or worried about them. There were times where I couldn't go to sleep if they went out with their friends until they got home. Typical mom stuff. So those are my babies too. I know they have 2 other mothers, but they're my babies too. So to have them put that on the back of their shirts meant a lot to me. I'm not a crier. If I was, I'd cry right now. If you do know me, I don't typically cry. If I do, it's a couple of tears, and then I just kind of suck it back up. It's a family trait. I'm sorry, it really is. It's not my aunt's, because my aunt cries all the time. She's been crying since I was diagnosed. She's still crying today. My mom will cry at, when dogs die and stuff like that in movies. Me, not so much. Unless something's going like crazy wrong and I finally built it up enough in my body where I can release it, then I'll cry. Or if I watch The Notebook. There are times when I can't get the emotion out and I know I need to release it. I'll put The Notebook on and I'll lose it because my grandfather had Alzheimer's, and he was very, very important to me. So watching that one, I can lose it like a baby. But it was very weird yesterday. It was kind of after the class. It was a lot of stuff, we already knew. But actually seeing the injection room and stuff, I got in this like really weird mood. I wanted people around me, but I didn't necessarily want to talk. And it was one of those days, and my mom knows when those days are now, where I just don't want to be positive. There's going to be positive days. Like right now, I'm feeling positive because we're going to go in and we're going to kick this cancer's ass. We finally get to start doing something towards it just sitting here feeding on me, and spreading and doing what it wants. We're like, you thought wrong. Okay, you thought wrong. PG Red's coming for you. It's done. We're going to start this. We're going to start doing this. I'm scared of the side effects and stuff like that because I am a side effect queen and I get all of them all the time. But it feels good. I also got sleep last night, which helps. We've been rewatching Dexter because nobody has any sicknesses in Dexter. Normally when I don't feel good, I watch Grey's, but Grey's has had too many tumors and cancers and stuff going on for me to watch it. So finally found Dexter on Netflix, and I was like, ooh, nobody is sick on Dexter. Dexter just kills people. Let's watch this. So my mom's been watching it with me, and we were watching it on the couch last night after Jada went to bed because she didn't have to go to work today. And I think I passed out around 1 or 2. And then I woke up at 6. I know it was 6 because I got into bed and Jada's alarm was going off to wake her up for work. And then I continued to sleep until about 10:30. So I finally got some sleep, which is good. My body was like, ugh, just go to sleep, please. So I feel more refreshed and a little bit stronger to start this fight tomorrow. So it's kind of a positive day. It's a scary day, and I'm sure it's going to be that roller coaster. But I don't think mine's going to be stuck on the down position today. I think it's going to be, probably more up and down, but not so down. Because it's, it's starting. But that's, kind of how I feel about things. And then also, we went and got the book. My therapist is a task-oriented therapist. She has a degree in psychology and in the medical field. I picked her because of these things. Also, she is gay, which helps me with, not having any of that kind of issue with my own therapist. You don't want to have that. But she's more task-oriented, and she really thinks this kind of therapy will work for me because I am the type of person that when I'm going through something, I clean or I make lists. I'm like A personality with a little bit of B when I'm tired, and my diseases are kicking my butt. So it's called the Anxiety and Phobia book. I got this at Barnes & Noble. You can get it on Amazon. It's a workbook, it's going to give me the tools to not change my anxiety, not try to fix it, because there's no fixing it, but how to cope with it. And then also figuring out, ways I can exercise, because it's when you have an autoimmune disease, she works with a lot of people with autoimmune diseases and then some with cancer, it's a balancing act of having enough exercise, but not having so much that you're out for a couple of days after because you did too much, and also not getting you too hot, because if you get hot, heat actually really does affect people with autoimmune diseases, and it can really bring your body down when that happens. I mean, to the point that you can pass out. So it's a very bit of a balancing act. There's not a lot I'm going to be able to do right now with the chemo, but it's going to be good. And it says it's a practical step-by-step guide to relaxation, wanting relaxation, and exercise, coping with panic, which I need, overcoming negative self-talk, changing mistaken beliefs, mastering specific phobias. I have a phobia of death. Having cancer can, I can speak today, exacerbating that. Nutrition, medication, meditation techniques, and easing health-related anxiety. So I'm really excited to start this as well during this journey. And it's got, little, like some homework that she's going to be able to give me to do. And I'm pretty excited about it. I've been through therapy on and off all my life, more dealing with some of the things of my past, but I really felt like this time I needed to go in and it needed to be specifically about this, not really about those things, more about this, because this is what I need help with right now. Now, speaking about that, and I've told you I'm going to be blogging and getting back into that, and it's going to be more in depth with my life. My laptop came yesterday. I'm so excited. It's red. Hello, it's red. Thank you. I can never thank her enough, Amanda. I can't thank you enough. Got everything set up. If you go to Our Life Journey, I believe that's what it is. Let me pull it up. It's Our Life Journey, or Our Journey in Life. Our Journey in Life is what I believe it is. That's our website that we created through WordPress. Let's see. I could already pull this up, couldn't I? Look at me not being a planner. Imagine that. If you're watching and you used to be my teacher, you'd understand how that goes. Let's take a look at my bookmarks. Our Journey in Life. Okay, ourjourneyinlife.com. That's going to be the WordPress. It's going to be the blog, the written blog. I'm working on mine right now. My first submission. Jada already has hers up. Now, we decided... Well, actually, I told her after reading what she had written when she was trying to get her feelings out that she was an amazing writer, and it would be great to have also the perspective of the caretaker or the partner or, whoever's going through this with you and how you feel about it. I think that's something that's lacking when I'm looking at stuff. It's a lot about, the person with cancer, which, I can understand. My therapist said this is the one time not to necessarily be selfish, but self-preservation right now. So it's okay to be thinking about me right now, which is weird. I'm not that person. But I think that the people that actually help us go through this, and the ones that are there when we're getting sick at 2 o'clock in the morning, and the ones that are there when we're breaking down, and that are having to worry and take on the household worries to take them away from us because we need to focus on this fight. I think their voices need to be heard too. There might be other blogs out there. I don't know. I haven't Googled it. I ain't got time for it right now. But that's what ours is going to be. There's going to be entries from Jada, from her perspective of what's going on, and there's going to be entries from me. So again, that's ourjourneyinlife.com. We've already got some pictures up of our family and stuff like that. Her submission is up. I am still working on mine. I started working on mine yesterday. So that should be published soon. So you can definitely go to that. People who have been asking, the You Caring page is still up. If you go to my page or Jada's, or if you go to youcaring.com and search Amanda Offord, O-F-F-O-R-D, that will pull up, and you can definitely share that page and donate if you can. That's going to be going on through all this because the medical bills and the day-to-day bills and stuff like that, it's gonna get quite overwhelming, and it's all falling on Jada's shoulders right now, which I hate. I hate not being able to contribute. I think that's one thing with somebody who has a disease that breaks them down, that makes it hard to keep jobs because you're constantly having to go into doctor's appointments, or you're going into the hospital and stuff. I think that's the hardest part when you have a partner, whoever they may be, because you feel like you're not contributing and that you can't help with the day-to-day figuring out, budgeting and all that kind of stuff, because you're just kind of stuck. And then you get stuff like this when you have something big and you do the You Caring, and I'm not shaming anybody. Trust me, everybody else has their own bills, right? You got your own life to take care of. I mean, if I had extra money to be given to every charity that I see on Facebook, I'd be rolling in it. So it's nothing like that, but it's like, for the person who's posting it, and that's your almost only avenue of bringing money in for your family while your partner's working their butt off. Jada works outside. She's sweating. She's taking on pulls left and right to make money. Physically, just breaking herself so that she can take care of us, me and the 3 children. You almost feel like a failure when you post it. Nobody kind of, donates. And that's unreal. That's unrealistic. But anxiety doesn't deal in realistic things. It's hard. Especially when you've been a strong person. I remember in my 20s, I wasn't taking care of my Crohn's. And in my 20s, but I was physically strong. I would work 2 or 3 jobs to take care of me and my daughter. And I didn't rely on anybody when I wasn't in a relationship, even sometimes when I was, it wasn't very, I never had a relationship that was very integrated with our bills, except for my first girlfriend and then my ex-wife. So I took care of my side of things. And to be that type of person and know who you are, you start to feel bad. You start to get guilt from being the patient. And I know I have a friend right now that's going through that, and she knows what I'm talking about. But you get that guilt of, your life could be so different if you were with somebody else who wasn't sick. You could have so many other things if you weren't with somebody that all your money was going to the bills to take care of them while that person can't work. You start to get, I'm not worthy of this help. That's a big thing for me. I've always had a problem with feeling like I'm worthy. And with the outpouring of love and the fundraisers and the fact that there's like this group of my friends that are planning all this, it makes you feel like you really, I've always been kind of a bitch. I have a bitch face. I guess you'd call me one because I'm a straight shooter. I don't mince words. I tell it like it is, and there's people out there that can't take that. There's more sensitive people out there, I understand. I'm not their cup of tea, but that's who I've been. And I was telling my friend, it feels weird to be that person and probably have a lot of people out there that didn't like me because that's my personality. I have a very strong personality. To suddenly, be carrying and sending me these sweet messages and stuff. And she's like, no. It's not people that didn't like you. She's like, you've never been not liked. It's just some people, because of their own situations, weren't able to hang out with you because they have their own hang-ups with, you know, with what they're going through. And maybe can't handle the truth being so unsugar-coated and put it in their face. You know, it was never that I was not liked. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll believe you. And I have sarcasm. I have a very sarcastic humor to myself. And there's a lot of people out there that don't like that. I love sarcasm. There are many true or not true articles out there saying sarcasm makes you a smarter person. I love the fact that my daughter is hysterical because she has the same kind of humor that I do. And, you know, it was weird. I'm used to sharing my daughter. I've shared her with her other family, and then my mom and stuff like that all her life because she's a very loved child and people want to take her for weekends or during the summer or whatever. So I'm used to it. I'm not one of those moms that always has their kid and when they go away they like freak out. So I'm used to it. I miss her when she's gone, but it's not something that's overwhelming or stuff. I know she's being taken care of, like when she goes on her weekends with her dad and stuff like that. But this last weekend when she went with her dad, I missed her so much. And I don't know if it's because this is bringing up mortality to me. Like, even though I haven't been told you have this month, this many, you know, this long to live, it's kind of brought that up. Like, I need to make every second count. I mean, there's been times I've wanted to crawl into bed with my daughter and sleep. Just hug her and sleep. I might cry about my daughter. And maybe it is some guilt, knowing what she's going to have to go through and the testing that she's going to constantly have to do at such a young age because of my diagnosis. I know it wasn't my fault. I didn't even know that this was going to happen. I had no triggers, no past that would have led me to believe that I was going to have it, except for not knowing my father's side. Genetic testing still hasn't come back. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to come back. But to know that she's going to have that put onto her, and she's used to having a sick mom, but to see me even worse, you know, I feel for her. She didn't ask for this. You know, she's a happy, smart, intelligent, funny, beautiful little girl. And you don't want to put sadness in their life, so I'm gonna stop. Let's stop. But yeah, I missed her like crazy. I just wanted to be able to walk into her room and, you know, say something smart ass to her and get her response. Her Nana, which is her grandmother on her father's side, gave her a breast cancer bracelet that has like the little ribbon on it, and then a cross, and then another kind of charm, and it's pink that she started wearing. And, you know, she's in this fight with me, and my daughter's a fighter. You know, I raised her to be that. You know, I wanted to raise my children to be someone that I actually would want to be around when they were older. You know, I think a lot of people nowadays just give their children things and they don't teach them the value and how you have to work, and they're raising these children that they wouldn't even want to be around when they're older. And I've really tried to do that, and I think she's turning into just this beautiful woman. She's starting 7th grade this year, and the little time I've had with William and Sheena, I've done the same. You know, I've tried to sit down and explain situations when emotions get high, and let them really kind of see it as a perspective of, okay, what's really going on. This isn't really about who drank the last Dr. Pepper. You know what I mean? Like, let's really look at what's going on and look a little deeper. And that probably comes from all the therapy I've had. The blessing and curse of having so much therapy on and off in your life is that you know your shit, and you can call you on your shit, but it doesn't mean you want to change. Like, you know why you're doing something, and you know what it means, but it doesn't necessarily mean you want to veer off that course. So, whew, got a little emotional there, didn't we? Upcoming vlogs, I didn't have enough time to do them because I didn't even think about doing them until yesterday, so I don't have enough time. But I'm going to do a vlog with Jada. I'm going to do a vlog with my mom, which I promised her that I'm going to make her beautiful with my little makeup products. Because she is gorgeous. We all look just alike. We have strong genes in this family. She's not a redhead. If anyone's ever wondered, I don't know where my red hair comes from. I think I had a great grandmother that had red hair. But other than that, no one other than me and my daughter have red hair in my family. It might be from my dad's side. I don't know. And trust me, I've had some misplaced rage onto him, because it's like, if this genetic testing comes back and I've got these genes from his side of the family, instead of just wanting to find him to get to know him, now I want to find him and kick his ass. You know? Thanks for all the crap. Like, thanks for the braces, which I was going to get braces again. You know, I had to take them off myself, and my teeth moved. That setback. But, you know, thanks for that. Thanks for the Crohn's. Thanks for the breast cancer. And for not being there. Here's the throat punch, you know. You gotta like, center your anger onto something, right? So hopefully today's going to be a good day. And I am praying that I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. My chemo, I'm to be there at 10 o'clock. 15 minutes early, because they don't know if we're going to do the labs, but I'm definitely going to see my doctor. And then it's going to be 4 to 5 hours of chemo. So when I can, depending on how I feel, I mean, even if I'm just laying in bed feeling like crap, I might just vlog that, and you just might see my face all like this. It's fine. Because you know what? Cancer's not pretty. It's not all rhinestones and sparkly and pink ribbons and, you know, Susan B. Komen runs. You know, it's the bad and the ugly, and I believe in showing all sides of that. So, please excuse my cat for bathing himself. He's so rude. You're so rude. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you for the outpouring of love. I'm still getting so many messages and so much caring, and, you know, people on Tanya's Pearl site are, you know, they're winning these pieces of jewelry for putting in orders, and they're still giving them to me, and it's just overwhelming. I mean, I'm going to have, like, a enviable pearl collection when this is done. So thank all of you for that, and I'll be talking to you soon. All right. Bye. Love you.